Hello everyone, and thank you for joining. Today, we're going to take a look at a showcase which revolves around ordering personal protective equipment. In this case, a large public health agency receives requests for urgent personal protective equipment, such as masks, gloves, gowns, and ventilators from hospitals around the country. Processing these requests requires manual entry into ServiceNow. Currently, there are thousands of requests per week, and the ticket requires 10 minutes processed manually, which causes backlogs and delays for fulfillment. In the showcase that we're going to see today, unattended robots extract the information either from an Excel or from emails, and we're going to use NLP to get the data from emails. So we're working with unstructured data, and we're going to use Stanford NLP, fuzzy matching, regex, keyword matching, and a lot of cognitive technologies to analyze the emails. And after the emails are analyzed, UiPath robots are going to check the stocks. And if they're available, they're going to make a purchase. What we're looking at right now is a virtual machine where our attended robot sits. And in order to trigger the automation, we'll first log into ServiceNow. And you can see that we already have a database of hospitals. So the robot will check if the hospital is present in the list. If not, it will create it. We have a log of files of orders that have come in. Let's start the automation, shall we? To do that, we will need to make requests via email. So let's do this the simple way first. We are just going to send a new email. We'll call it PPP order. And we're going to attach an Excel file. Now, this is the best case scenario where the order comes in a very structured way. I'm just going to send the email. If we look at ServiceNow, we can see that we have received a new order. And the UiPath robot has started automatically to check the stocks. We'll go through our stock portal, check each stock individually. And if it's available, it'll add it to the cart and make the purchase. And that's it for the simple version. The status in ServiceNow has been closed. Your order request is closed, completed. If we check our inbox, you can see that we received confirmation that our order is in stock and that it has been successful. Now let's do something a bit more complicated, shall we? Mark this as red and go to our email folder, something that we prepared specifically for this showcase. Let's look at some of the emails. You can see that they're all worded differently. We're just going to select two of them. So let's pick this one and this one. And this time, we're not going to send. The emails are already in the inbox. We're just going to start the automation. So extract emails. And what we're looking at right now is UiPath Assistant. And in UiPath Assistant, we can go in and configure the automation, how we want to run it. So we want it to look only at unread emails. We want it to look at in the OPP folder. And I want the user email to be my email. And yes, I want the information to be sent via email. The information is already sent, and I'm just going to start the process. What happens now is the UiPath robot starts up Stanford NLP, which is deployed locally on this virtual machine. Stanford NLP is going to take each email, read them, and create an entity list with all the information that is in those emails. Afterwards, we're going to use fuzzy matching, keyword matching, regex all together, get the information that's relevant. And afterwards, we're going to take all that unstructured information and structure it and make it available to a human validator. We are just going to switch to UiPath Action Center. And you can see that we already have two tasks available for human validator. These tasks have already been assigned to me since I entered my user email address over in the configuration panel that I showed you earlier. Let's look at the data that was extracted, shall we? This is the email text, so we can see it. It makes it easy for the validator to see. We can see that even though we don't have the address of the hospital because it was already entered into the database, the robot entered it automatically. We can see that we have 120 gloves, which were recognized correctly. The algorithm uses fuzzy matching. So if it matches the word, it'll match it to the item that is in the stock portal. Gloves, you can see masks also misspelled. And we have 570 sheet covers, which weren't recognized correctly. And the reason for that is because it recognizes sheet as a correct word as a pronoun. So as a human validator, I would have to enter that manually. And submit. Now, even though I'm not done with the tasks, you might have seen the UiPath robot in the background already add the item to a list. Let's look at the next task. Teddington Hospital. Again, no address, but the address is picked up. Shoe coverings. We'll just have to correct that. Gloves and masks, and submit. We look at ServiceNow. We can see that we have 2 new orders that were received, and the UiPath robot is triggered automatically to log into the stock portal, check each of the items, and if they're available, they will be purchased, and the requester will receive email confirmation. And that was the first order. This is the second one. If we look at ServiceNow, we can see that the order status has been updated. If we take a look at our inbox, we can see that we have confirmation that we have successfully placed an order. We can see the first 2 items and the second 2 items, one of which is out of stock. That's it for our ordering protective equipment showcase. You've seen how easy it is to interact with robots through multiple systems and with unstructured data. For more showcases, please stay tuned to the Immersion Labs.